Hello, student. Welcome to Fellow.
Hello.
Hello. So, are you comfortable in English language?
Yes.
Okay. So, what is your question for today?
I have biology homework I need help with.
Okay. Can you send me the picture a little bit clearer because I cannot see or read the question.
Okay.
Okay. So, do you want the solution of the question or do you want just the concept of the question?
The solution. That's I'm sending you another part of it. It's really long, so uh
Okay. Okay. No problem. So, first I would be reading the question.
okay.
And then I would be explaining it to you that what is in the question, and then we would be seeing how to approach it. Okay.
Okay.
According to this Punnett square, the law of dominance, if capital R is red and small r is white, then 75% of the offspring would be red and 25% would be white. The other part says that an allele is an alternative form of a gene that is located at a specific position on a specific chromosome. We usually have two alleles for that trait, one inherited from each parent. The notation capital R, or capital R, small r in our example is called a genotype. When we pair alleles are identical, they are called as homozygous. When the pair is different, they are called as heterozygous. The capital letter represents the dominant traits. Lowercase letters represents the recessive traits. Dominant traits can mask recessive traits. The color red and white are called as phenotypes. According to the Mendel's law of inheritance, if we know the genotypes of the parent with regard to a specific trait, we can use probability to determine the number of offspring displaying each trait. Use the Punnett square above and the text to help the alternative, which the three statements are true. So the first statements, okay, so do you know the concept of the dominant genes and the recessive genes?
Yes.
Okay. So anything you want to explain the concept, you want me to explain the concept first,
Yes,
or should
please.
I go to the solution part? See, whenever there has been the traits, like whenever we are talking about anything, the
Mhm.
visible portion. One second. Okay. So the visible portion, or whichever things which we are seeing, is actually phenotype. And the gene which is determining this phenotype is known as genotype. Okay, so the name itself tell you that geno means gene.
Mhm.
Gene type. The type of gene which is producing this kind of the phenotype is actually a genotype, or a gene which is located on a chromosome. Now the concept of Punnett square is that by using the parent's identity, we can calculate the offspring identity, or we can tell that what kind of offspring, the characteristics, the genetic type, the probability that what would be the type, what would be the phenotype of the offspring, we can calculate by just knowing the parent's gene. Okay, so the question, is there any doubt in the concept?
Uh no, I don't think so.
Okay. So we would be seeing that now the question tells you one gene, that is, always remember the capital R or the uppercase letters
Mhm.
always represents the dominant type.
Mhm.
Okay. Dominant genes are the genes which are expressed in any condition. It means that either I'm having capital R, or I'm having the capital R, small r.
Yes.
Always the dominant one would be the one which would be deciding the phenotype.
Yes. Mhm.
Okay. So the question gives you two cases, that capital R and a small r. We know this is the recessive one. It would be producing the white flowers,
Mhm.
and the capital R produces the red flowers.
Mhm.
Okay. So the question tells you that we need to find that what is the correct solution for it. So we would be reading the solution first. and then we will be proceeding. If
Okay.
capital H is hairy and small h is not hairy, following the law of dominance, capital H, small h would be a moderately hairy individual. See, whenever there has been moderate individual, like whenever there is a condition in which there is an intermediate result between these two, it is known as incomplete gene. Okay, incomplete gene or incomplete dominance, or we can say incomplete dominance. Okay, so this, whenever the gene would be mentioned, that the gene never produces a dominant gene will always give you a dominant result. So the first option is incorrect. Okay, any doubt in the first option?
No.
Okay, moving on to the second option. In a cross between the two heterozygous, one second, per pigs, that is capital P and small p, one fourth will be white. Now see, a cross between heterozygous. Heterozygous means the genes are different,
Yeah.
right? So capital R and small r, and the another parent is also having the same kind of the gene. Sorry, that is P, I guess. One second. Very sorry for that.
Go ahead.
Okay, so it would be capital P and a small p. I would be denoting like this, small p. And the other producing gene is capital P and a small p. Now we need to find that what would be the combination. So there would be one capital P, one capital P, small p,
Mm-hmm.
one capital P and small p, and one small p and small p. Right? So these three, I'm denoting it with blue, these three would be having a dominant characteristic because of the presence of an uppercase gene or the dominant gene. But this one would be having like the recessive trait. So there would be, we would be calculating the proportion that is only 1 out of 4 is producing the recessive gene or the white pigs, that is about 25%. Okay, so second statement would be the correct one.
Mm-hmm.
Any doubt?
No.
Okay. Moving on to the third one. Capital H is a genotype for the homozygous dominant condition. Yes, when we say homozygous, it means same kind of the genes. Like we are having, if I'm telling you that it has been homozygous, homo means same.
Mm-hmm.
So when we are telling about homo means same and capital H, that is both the genomes are same and therefore it is known as a homozygous condition. Okay, so the third option is also correct. Any doubt?
No.
Okay, moving on to the fourth option. In the field of 200 sunflowers, if 52 has orange petals and 148 have yellow, then the genotype of the parents are capital Y, and small y. Always remember, whenever these kind of the conditions are present, in which one is capital and the other one is small, so in this case always the dominant products would be formed and all the offsprings would be dominant because of the first condition of this heterozygous condition. Okay, and because of this heterozygous condition 100% of the population would be your one type of the population of the offspring. So
Mm-hmm.
this case of the fourth one, that is been a sunflower, there would be a proportion. If there is a proportion of differentiate population, the gene should not have been the capital Y. It should be not homozygous. So the fourth option is the incorrect one.
Yeah.
Any doubt?
No.
Okay. Moving on to the E part, that is given the one second. Given the situation, a heterozygous pig is crossed with a homozygous pig, all the offspring would be pink. Now a heterozygous has been crossed. So we would be making a cross here that is capital P, small p with a recessive one that is small p. So that would be capital P, small p, capital P, and small p. In this condition, what happens? Only 50% of the population is showing you the dominant trait. So all pigs are not, only 50% would be pink and 50% would be white. There would be pink and these would be white. So the option becomes incorrect. Any doubt?
No.
Okay. Moving on to the last option, that is option number F. In the population of the flies, the red eyes are dominant over green. If a homozygous red eye fly is made with a homozygous green eye fly, the probability that they will have a red eye offspring would be 100%. This is the same case we have discussed here. Uh, this one. This is the same case for F. So this is an right option. Okay. So
Mhm.
basically we are having three right options. That would be B, C, and F. Is it okay?
Yeah.
Any problem? Any doubt?
No.
Anything else you want to ask?
So that's the correct answer, right? The last one too, right?
Yeah, there would be three options correct. That would be option number B, option number C, and option number F.
Oh, okay, yeah. Um, yeah. Let me send you a picture. Uh,
Okay. So multiple choice question. This example is of the codominance. In this example, codominance, the black alleles is dominant to the white alleles and only black feathered chickens are the result. The parents' phenotype blends to produce chicken with the gray feathers. Both the parents' phenotypes are expressed in the heterozygous offspring, resulting in the chickens with the black and white feathers. Okay, so do you know the concept of codominance?
no, I don't think so.
Okay, no problem. So see, whenever we are having codominance,
Mm-hmm.
what is the meaning of codominance? We would be breaking the word here. See, the codominance is made by the two words co, that is mean both,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
and dominance is the power. So when both the genes are being expressed, suppose I take a capital R and suppose we are saying the Y is also a gene. So whenever these genes combine, they individually produce different effect, but combining them produces a different effect. Okay, so combination of the gene, which are both the dominant gene when combined together, produces a different or not intermediate. It is not always intermediate effect, but different effect. Like whenever there is been a heterozygous condition, there would be another result. There would be not dominance because here R is also dominant and Y is also dominant, and both the dominance has been expressed in the offspring. When both the parents' dominance has been expressed in offspring, it is known as codominance. Okay, so the question tells you that in the case of the codominance, the black allele is dominant one and the white allele is the recessive one. So there would be an intermediate result or the result which is completely different from black and white. That has been gray feathers. So the option number that has been the parents phenotype blend. Always remember genotype has the codominance effect while as the phenotypic blendance is present. Blendance means there would be both the characteristic, right? The black would also be in this case the black has also been expressed and the white has also been expressed. Okay, so both are been expressed. So there would be the formation question, answer number that is option number second. The parent phenotype blend to produce the chickens with the gray feathers. Any doubt? Anything?
No.
Do you want me to sum up the codominance for you?
Yes, please.
Okay. See, whenever there is been two dominant genes come together to produce a different kind of phenotype, it means that both the dominant genes has been expressed in the phenotype. In such condition, we tell that it is a codominant condition or the phenomena of codominance. The both the genes are being expressed, so there would be a phenotype produced which would be having characteristic of both the genes, right? So that is the case of codominance. Any doubt?
No.
Anything else you want to ask?
No, that's it. Thank you.
Okay, all the best. Thank you. Great day.
Bye.
Bye.